Took some time, but we pointed out that tomorrow isn't here right now, baby. An absent mind came to roam around. Captured you in a foggy cloud, baby. Standing on my toes on the edge, I'm ready to go. See it clear when the shadows are lit, I'm ready to go. I'm taking matters into my own hands now. Let's face it, we only got this life to live out. So follow me, I'm ready to go. I'll take the lead, I'm ready to go. Bumps in the road, many obstacles. But when we fall, we get up and go, baby. The way they think is paradoxical. Captured you in a foggy cloud, baby. Standing on my toes on the edge, I'm ready to go. See it clear when the shadows are lit, I'm ready to go. I'm taking matters into my own hands now. Let's face it, we only got this life to live out. So follow me, I'm ready to go. I'll take the lead, I'm ready to go. Even if you lose your hope, I will be there to pick you up. Even if you can't let go, I'll untie the invisible ropes that keep you down. I'm taking matters into my own hands now. Let's face it, we only got this life to live out. So follow me, I'm ready to go. I'll take the lead, I'm ready to go. Ready to go.
There we are, everyone. Thank you for joining the challenge here. I'm going to add the rest of the crew here, Melissa and Jason, into the stream in just a few seconds, but I keep them in suspense because right now I'm all over the screen and I have the ability to welcome you to this call today. Today is all about marketing. And I'm going to let Melissa join us and talk about that in just a bit. Let me see if I can actually add her there. She would probably pop in to the stream here. And I'm going to do this. And all of a sudden, boom, she is live. And let's get the third Stooges in here as well. And let's see. There it is. Poolside today, Jason. Look at that.
Jason's at a pool party.
Jason's using a background that doesn't seem to work out very well. I might have to take this one out.
We have a California.
Look at that.
On. Hello.
So, my friends, today we're coming at you live from a new version of this. And today we're going to talk about marketing. We're going to talk about organic marketing. But before I let Melissa take the center stage and talk about this in all her glory, who did actually do the homework from yesterday? Let me know in the chat if you actually finished that up. Jason put a lot of thought into it to help you guys out. So let me know if you finished it and what you got out of it. I'm going to keep the introductions quite short, and I'm going to let Melissa take up the space. But before I do, Jason, Melissa, anything you want to add to any of the calls we had to previous days, or anything you want to add to the conversation right now?
No, I'm just really pumped. Everyone has just responded really well, and we got so much to offer. So it's just good to be able to share it with everyone. So that's it from me.
All right. Are we ready to jump right in? Are you ready to go, Melissa?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. And I just want to say we're getting some messages there as Joel, I know you'll be looking at. I can't see who they're from. So hello to someone from Connecticut and from someone from California. It's very exciting to have you on.
Awesome. All right. So Melissa, I'm going to let you take it away.
Awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to intro a little bit and then I'm going to share my screen in a moment, and I'll let you know when we're going to do that. So for those who don't know me, my name is Melissa Mitchell and I work with organic marketing. I work with clients to help them bring their brand to life. And what I mean by that is your soul. How you put yourself onto a plate is how, what you need to do online. So if you were able to jump on our call yesterday, if you can't, it'll still be up. I think it'll be up. No, it'll be inside our VIP section, the live, and it's talking all about what I mentioned yesterday. When you talk to someone face to face, okay, and you're congruent with them, and you're natural, and it's flowing. This is what I want you to be online. This is what I need you to be online, and this is the best version of you online. So I'm going to talk today about the crux of it. How do we get to that point? The marketing strategies and the content and everything behind it. So I'm just we have someone from Shepparton there. Hello. I can't see who you are because I'm using Restream. It just says Facebook user, but I will see this afterwards. My Shepparton friend, whoever you are, hello from Brisbane as well. All right, we're going to share the screen now. So I'll just give that a moment. Awesome. Awesome. So we're going to talk here about marketing your program. This is the start of it, guys. We will get to how to be authentic online, but if we don't start with this part, Joel, this was sorry guys, Joel, this was not the first slide I had up on my screen.
No, you can change slides as you wish on the screen. You can go back and forth in the presentation as you want. So, so feel free to go share any page you want. And I say questions about the workbook. There is no actual workbook, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to send out the presentation to everyone just as we go here. I'm going to leave it in the chat.
Awesome.
In just a minute. So hang on just a few seconds.
This is why Joel is the amazing tech guys, because this is what he does. Okay, and I love Joel because he's the tech guru. So on my screen now, if I share, can you all see what you can do to get ready for launch?
No, because you haven't shared it. So go ahead and share it first.
Yes, I did share my screen. Why is that? Yes. So see, it's why we need Joel, guys. Can you see my screen now?
There it is.
You can. Awesome. See, things happen, guys, and this is why you need a good team behind you. Because as much as I'm great with social media, I still get stuck with the tech stuff. But I've got Joel. So, and you can have Joel too. What you can do to get ready for your launch. This is exciting. Okay. These are some of the ins and outs of what you need to do. And of course, if you're in our VIP, which if you're not sure what that is, ask us about that. You have access to us one-on-one after this call. So if you want access to that, make sure you comment below and we can get you into that. So what you can do to get ready for your launch. So before you start, you want to warm up the algorithm. Okay, so you want to start engaging more on your accounts you'll be using to promote the program. I just noticed before we jump on this, there's a spelling error there. It says this will warm up the algorithms. We're going to talk about that in a moment when we get up to sort of launching a little bit. But I wanted you guys to know that you don't need to freak out about how this is all going together because we've put it all together for you. The low-hanging fruit. Who are you connected to? And this is all going to make sense when I go through everything else in a moment. The more influential, the better, such as admins of large Facebook groups. Don't forget email campaigns too. Have you got an email list? Okay, so low-hanging fruit in a moment, this is what I'm going to talk to you about. Because for you to market yourself, taking a step back, you need to have fans online. When you build fans online, then you can sell online, okay? So I'm mentioning this now because I want you to consider this when we go through the rest. Where will you go? Okay, what platforms are you going to use? You don't need to be on every single platform in the world. You don't. But you need to understand what platform, because what I'm about to teach you, there's no point going on to market a program if you don't have this sorted and you don't have this sorted. If you have no connections, there's no point. We want to be congruent, which I'm going to go through a little bit more later, and launch a plan, which we'll come back to that. Okay, so really, where will you go and your low-hanging fruit? I need you to keep that in mind. Okay, so your content, your social media synergy, this is what you need to be to get to that point where you can market your plan. Okay, so now we're just going back to the start. I just needed to show you that at the start to have that in mind, because a lot of people come to me and say, oh, I want to do this, or, I want to run an ad for this. And I have a look at their account. I'm like, but you've got no engagement. You've got no traffic. It's going to serve you no purpose. You can't work with that. And I'm not talking followers, okay? Because as I'm going to teach you in a moment, engagement will always trump followers. Okay, you need your content, you need your engagement, and your consistency to work. And this is where we get the prize here. Now, your content doesn't need to be designed by the most amazing artists. You've got the best cameras to film. It just needs to be good quality. What I'm more concerned about with your content is that it's you. People buy you. They're not buying necessarily your product. Yes, they are buying your product, but online, people want to invest in you. So your content needs to reflect that. Your content needs to show who you are. Okay, so going back, as I said, how you would talk to someone face-to-face is what you need to do online. It's as simple as that. Take away the fact that it's online. Don't worry about that. It's 2022. Everything is online now. Everything is online. Particularly COVID taught us that. Everything is online. So how you would communicate, you don't need to change anything. Your content needs to reflect that. Engagement. This is the secret sauce. This is what trumps. So many people I see focus so much on followers. Yeah, that's great for social proof. I'm not going to lie. It's great for social proof. Aren't engaged. And that's not only because it's going to be, I've got a chihuahua coming in and out there. That's not only because it's, bad for your engagement, but you don't want people following you that are not going to convert. They're not going to convert. So be okay with that. Your engagement is going to trump all the time. All the time. There's a thing called, and I can't remember what it's called on every platform. I believe it's called like edge rating or something. I'm pretty sure on Facebook that's what it's called. And basically what that means, let's say you've got 5,000 followers on your Facebook page or following you on your profile, whatever you're using for your business, Instagram, whatever, but only 500 are engaging, okay? Then take the same page and you've got 1,000 followers, but 500 are engaging. What that platform is going to say, excuse me then, is she or he has got amazing content, because we're now at 1,000 followers, but 500, your edge rating goes up. No point having 5,000 followers and 500 people following, because you won't get recommended. So, on your feeds, it says, an account pops up that you don't follow. That's what social media does. It doesn't matter what platform you're on. When you put your content out, if your content is not engaging and not you, a social media platform will show it to about 100 people. It doesn't matter if you've got 5,000 followers. It's obsolete. It'll show it to about 100 of your followers. Now, if that content isn't engaging, it doesn't really show it anymore. If it's engaging, it'll now release it to maybe 1,000 followers, plus some public people that aren't following you. If you're getting that engagement again, then what happens is the platform says, all right, I'm going to show it to 5,000 people. That's the connection. You need to work with the algorithm. And the more engagement you can get straight away, the better. Okay, so just a little side tip is, and we obviously go more into this in a VIP program. The more, if you can get engagement within the first hour, brilliant. But the first 10 minutes is like gold. And quite often, if I'm not getting anything in that first 10 minutes, I'll just go on and comment and tag a few people. Consistency. So what do we mean by consistency? We don't mean posting every day. Yes, there's some strategies, like for example on TikTok. If you want to go crazy on TikTok, post 4 times a day. Okay, there's little things like that. But for a long-term strategy, you don't need to post every day. But the platform wants to consistently know that you're going to show up. So how does it know that? You choose the same day, the same time each week. So let's say you do a Wednesday at 8 p.m. and a Sunday at 8 p.m. That's it. Okay? The platform says, hey, she's going to show up. We're going to reward her or him. So that's what consistency is. Don't get confused with, oh my gosh, I need to go on every day. Now, as I said, there are some strategies where, like, I'm about to really, my Instagram account's going really well, but I'm doing some new things on it. So I'm about to go daily on that. And that's just for a short period, just to boost it. But in general, guys, just stick to 2 or 3 posts a week. That's it. The platform will reward you. How does what you post affect consumer buying decision? Okay, so we have the power of social proof, the power of influencers, and customer journeys. So I just want to let you guys know that no one goes online to buy. Okay, no one goes online to buy. So there's no point setting up a big sales presentation online. There's absolutely no point. It is not going to work for you. It just doesn't. No. When was the last time you went to Facebook to buy a pair of shoes or to buy something? I'm not saying people don't buy online. Okay, they do, but through different methods. So someone may be scrolling. Okay, someone may be scrolling, and they, as number 3 here, customer journeys have been shortened. Those who are influenced by social media are 4 times more likely. So going back to the start, this is where we spoke about that low-hanging fruit. The power of social proof said that 80% of customer purchases are influenced by their friends' social media posts. It's social proof. Yes, that's a little bit of followers, but it's more to do with if you show up and you give education and value and solve people's problem, and you use that low-hanging fruit that I spoke about, it all starts together. Now, if you take that step back to that first slide, we talked about marketing your program. So now you can see that if you don't have that low-hanging fruit to start with, going out and putting up your program or whatever your product or your service, it's obsolete. You're better off building the trust, value, everything. Use your low-hanging fruit, then put your program to market it. Okay, that's the best way to do it. The power of influencers is due to their expertise in some niches. So an influencer could just be a friend's post for you, but we don't want to be cheesy. We want to say, oh, who'll post this on their page? It's got to be genuine. So how do you get people to do that? You hit them with emotion. You hit them with value. You solve a problem for them. As I said, no one goes to social media posts, but if they land on your post, you solve a problem for them. Maybe they didn't even know that problem exists. They will buy. Okay, but touch points are quite high on social media. And what I mean by a touch point is how many times they see your content. So if you're watching TV, it might be 7 or 8 times. You got to see an ad on TV. They show the same ad on every ad break. On social media, it's around 16 to 20 because it's such a noisy space. This is where the whole omni-channel, market. Are you emailing to them? Are you, and I know Joe will go through all this. You're like, where are you holding your leads? Are you putting them in a Facebook group, email list? Like, where are you holding people? This is all it. So you can see now, to have that low-hanging fruit, you need to develop fans before you make sales. As I said before, customer journeys have been shortened. Those who are influenced by social media are 4 times more likely to purchase. Okay. Once they see it, they simply click and buy it. They may have seen your post 10 times, but they're not really seeing it. That's the touch points. Hit them with the emotion and the pain point. Going back to that synergy with the content, you've got it. Okay. Marketing your program. So this is what came up before, and Joel very kindly and patiently helped me with that because he's the marketing guru there, and I love having Joel on tap. So we're going to look at marketing strategies, content development, implementation, track and measure, analysis, and adjustment. So your marketing strategies, okay? As I said, don't start this until you've got that low-hanging fruit, okay? As in, well, yes, you are. I guess you are starting your marketing strategies, but not so much for marketing your program at this stage. Take a step back, make sure you've got some fans there. You've got, it's not just about collecting people. You know, you want to connect with them, quality over quantity. Okay, so you need to start thinking about that before you want to market your program. Once you get up to marketing your program, you put it together, you want to think about how you're going to market it. And that's where we talked about what platforms are you going to go on? Are you going to show up weekly? Are you going to show up on Wednesdays and Sundays? Are you going to do a live a week? You need to figure out that. You know, are you going to send out an email campaign? Have you got an email list? That's where you need to start thinking about that. Your content development. You need to start thinking about how you want to project yourself. Do you want to put tiles up, which are just, you know, the images? Do you want to go live? Just a little tip too on social media. The more you go live, the better. The more you go live, people get to know, like, and trust you. And that's easier to convert to sales. So really have a think about that. So that's part of your marketing as well. You really need to work out your content. And I'm going to be honest, you don't need to spend hours on your content. A little tip is to document, don't create. Okay, document. So for example, I'm sitting here, I'm on this Zoom, on this live stream. I might take a selfie, and that is my post for today. I'm documenting my day. I'm not sitting down. Don't get me wrong. Like, I do have some creatives that are created, but for the most part, guys, for your program, you want to create, you want to document. You want to document exactly what's in here, put it into emotion, and present that to people. Implementation. You need to go out there and implement it. And that comes back to your marketing strategies. How are you going to implement it? Really clear on that. Okay. Get really clear. All right. I'm going to go live every day at 8 a.m. answering questions or whatever it is. Track and measure. So during the marketing, you want to see what's working and what's not. That's okay. And that's good to do. And then from your track and measure, what's not working and what needs adjusting. And that's normal. Hey, we did it leading up to this challenge. We look at what's working, what's not, and we make it better. Like, it's all about making it better. I'm going to give you some real life results here. A while back, maybe 8-9 months ago, I can't remember. I ran this with two other people, Dawn and Martha, who were connections of mine. It was a collab method. It was an online retreat. So I wanted to use this to give you some real life results here. So we put together this program and we wanted to market it. And this is sort of what we did. So now, leverage what connections we all had. Now, this goes back down here. This goes back to that low-hanging fruit, remember? So this is why I showed you that at the start, because it's hopefully it's all making sense for you. You got to, if you don't have that, some of you watching may already have that. If you don't have that social media presence, start to build it before you market. We leverage what connections we had. A total of 1,045 from an email list or combined email lists. Admins of 2 relevant Facebook groups, and leveraged my industry professional networks. And so did the other ladies as well. They leveraged that too. And we had 19 signups from that between the 3 of us. So it was good. It was the first time we've done it. We're really, really happy with that. We started bi-weekly email campaigns 3 weeks out of the program and converted 19 signups in total. Sorry, guys. It's been a while since I've done this. So from this, I can't remember how many, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 signups from this. We had another 9 from email campaigns. You can see how strong email campaigns can be. And we started marketing that 3 weeks out. We started sort of leveraging this 3 weeks out as well. Commence regular posting and live streams. Again, 3 weeks prior, converted 7 signups. I can't actually remember what this first one was, guys, but in total we had 19, which we're really happy about. We commenced regular posting and live streams 3 weeks prior. 3 weeks is a really good time but you've got to hit the ground running. You've got to have all your ducks lined up before you do it. Then we're going to monitor that. We started to monitor our results. What has worked and what hasn't. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't overcomplicate it. I see this so much. It doesn't need to be overcomplicated. You've got the knowledge here. Don't overcomplicate it. If you're spending too much time in the little things marketing your program, it's less time that you're actually marketing it. Okay, I like results. I like to go, right, this is what I'm going to do. If that doesn't work, I'm just going to change it. If you're someone that needs to, and look, everyone's different. I get that. Some people need to know A, B, and C. And yes, you need to know that. But just be aware. It's like childbirth. You know, you go into it with a plan. Doesn't always work. You adjust your plan. You take the epidural or whatever it is that you didn't want. You know, that's reality of it. In the last week, we went super hard on marketing, but I sort of spearheaded the marketing on this because the other two ladies that were in this had different skills. So I said to them, we need to go super hard in the last week. And when I say super hard, we don't want to look desperate, because when you reek of desperation, it's even before you market. If you reek of desperation trying to make sales through your social media, you will not make sales, because remember, no one goes to social media to buy. They buy from people. And going back, if you've got that low-hanging fruit, you've got the connection, you've got that know, like, and trust, it's easier to sell. So don't overlook that. And so many people think it's about, you know, the marketing. It's really, you got to be able to market to someone, okay? Unless you're doing paid advertising, which, you know, that will work, but it's going to cost you a lot of money. This is the roots of it. And this is scalable. It means you've got those raving fans there. Ramp up your email campaigns to create urgency. And I know Joel is the wizard at this, to know exactly when that email campaign needs to go out, when to remind people, when to, you know, catchy tagline, you know, hey, we didn't see you in today's, you know, we didn't see you register, or whatever it is. You need to create urgency, because people then convert with urgency. You've got some people like to do it sooner. You've got some people like to do it later. We converted our last 3 signups. So we had 19 in total, and that was a really successful program. We were very, very happy with that. And we leveraged what we had, but it was really important that we did that between us. If you're doing this on your own, that's fine. You know, your results may be a little bit lower. It doesn't matter. You know, if you got 3 or 4 signups from that, that's bloody awesome, because each time you go on, you've now got a scalable system. You know, you've got the leverage there from your platform. You know how to market it. Next time you market, you've got the audience there because they're your fans. You know, make raving fans of your followers. Make raving fans. Make them connect with you emotionally. And it's easier to sell them. Okay, the last slide here, know your audience. So this is a little bonus slide that I like to include. So what I've got here, which I'm going to explain what B2B and B2C is, the difference with social media platforms. B2B, if you hear this term, is business to business. B2C is business to customer. Now, why I'm mentioning this is you need to choose the it's not about whether TikTok's the latest thing. Should I be on TikTok? Well, does TikTok fit in with you? Not the other way around. Do I, you know, like, does it fit in with you? Does it fit in with your brand? You know, a good example of this is business-to-business connections are generally, say, LinkedIn is a business-to-business platform. Now, if I'm selling if you're a personal fitness coach, okay, I may not go to LinkedIn and try and sell one-on-one, but I may go to LinkedIn to try and sell my whole program to an employer who owns a business that wants to get their staff fit. So he's going to buy 10 of these. Do you see the difference? On TikTok, I'm not saying I'm not going to get it, but I'm probably not going to get it. I'm probably going to market to my customer, direct to them, the one-on-one. That is the difference, and you need to know the difference. So many people I see will jump onto LinkedIn or even onto, you know, platforms such as Instagram or TikTok that are generally, I'm not saying they can't be B2B, but they're generally a B2C platform, and they're pushing it out and they're pushing it out. And it's like you're talking to the wrong people. You're talking to the wrong people. You want to sell a group program, you got to talk differently to your audience. You've got to attract your market differently. Okay, you need to. It's not the one mum sitting at home that's going to buy 10 of them. She's going to buy one. So if you want to sell multiple, where are you going to go for that? You can go to Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok for your B2B. Generally, it's B2C, but you can go there for your business. You've got to market it differently. Okay. Currently for my own business, I use LinkedIn only for B2B. I'm not worried about, my B2C. Like I want to talk to businesses on there. I don't want to talk like, I don't want to say that rude, but like a small home business, something is not my market on there. This is, and that's where I market everything else. So you've really got to know your audience, guys, and you've got to know your platforms. And as I said, I don't want you to look at it and say, oh, should I be on Snapchat? Does it fit your business? Are you going after, millennials and people who want that quick result? Yeah, maybe Snapchat's great for you. Maybe TikTok's great for you because, it's a fun platform. You can make anything work in a platform. So it's not that a platform isn't for you. You've just got to get the message right. So when I go onto my Instagram, it's very much about the consumer. It's very much about that person at home with a home business that maybe wants to purchase a digital download from me or do some consulting. I go onto LinkedIn. I'm not going to worry about a $20 ebook. I want to go after a business. I want them to use me for their business. My message is very different. I'm not saying I can't. I am still fun on LinkedIn, but your message is different. Be very, very clear about your B2B and B2C. So I hope that helps, guys. I'm just going to summarize that before while I stop sharing my screen there. I'll just want to quickly summarize that is have a look at your own social media. If you do not have a good base to start off, don't even bother. You need to take the step back and start working that out. Okay. If you need to get your mindset right to project yourself online, that's where Jason comes into it. So there's no point just going out to sell. Oh, well, I've put this program together. It's awesome. Well, no, online just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't. People need to know, like, and trust you. Start getting your low-hanging fruit. Start to connect with people. Start to offer value. So I usually look for educational and value posts, make up about 70% of my posts. And I pepper that with emotion. I know you're frustrated. This is how this is going to help you. That's what you want us to talk about. Then I pepper some lifestyle posts and some results and testimonials. Now, lifestyle and results take up about 15% each, so the other 30%. And I'm careful with the testimonials. I don't. It's not me to be showy. Oh, I did this and I did that, but I do need to show results. So I just show in a way that's congruent with me. If the last tip I just want to leave you with, thank you guys. And I see, I think Joel's put up the presentation there, so that is awesome. Congruency online, I just want to leave you with this little tip. As I said, you just want to talk as if you talk in real life. If you're getting online and something's not feeling right inside of you, that's because you're not aligning with your true self. Own who you are. If you talk loud and fast like an Aussie like me, just do it. That's who you are. You don't need to be who you think your audience wants to be, because your audience wants to be you, and that's why they'll come to you. If you lose followers, who cares? They weren't going to buy from you, because I can guarantee you, if someone is a fan from you, it doesn't matter what you say online, how many emails you send them, you're going to lose followers because they're not your target audience. I know I've stepped this up on my Facebook page. I've stepped up. I've started using Facebook Reels a lot in there. They're really hot at the moment, guys. If you can get onto Facebook Reels, it's really going to build your Facebook business page. And because I've stepped it up, I've gained like maybe 30 followers and I've probably lost 10. That's fine. They don't want to see my content. It's okay. It's doing better for you. But be aligned with who you are. If you're not aligned with who you are, you're going to feel it inside. So be honest with yourself. If you could be anything online, what would you be? And go be that. So that is my parting message. I hope you enjoyed this. If you are in our VIP program, you get access to the three of us after this stream live to ask questions. If you're not in that, you need to ask us how. So reach out to one of us or drop a comment and we can assist you with that, guys. So I hope that was valuable. If you've got any questions, let me know. And Joel, thank you for being the moderator on this. You are my tech god, and I thank you for fixing up my issue. I swear, before this live, Joel said, thank you, guys. Someone said awesome stuff, Melissa. Joel said, make sure you've got your image up on the screen. I swear I had it up. But you know what, guys? The beauty of this is we want to show you that this is real. Yes, I've got a successful business, but I don't know anything, so I use experts. That's why I do it. Someone's asking, how do we find the VIP? We can answer that. Thank you for all your thank yous there. I can't see who you are, but I should be able to see you afterwards in the comments and I can reply to you. So thank you. Whoever that is, we can get back to you with the VIP program. And thank you so much, guys. Joel.
Thank you very much. I'll be sharing the screen with you here for a bit. I wanted to point out that if you're in the VIP group, you will get a message on Messenger after this call. And we jump on a call together with the VIP people just after this call, just a couple of minutes to go. And in Sweden, we call it go to powder your nose or fix the makeup. What you really do, you know what that is. But we call it that to make it a bit less obvious what you do in that break. And if you want to join us in that, you let us know. I'll actually drop the link here if you want to
drop the link there
in the VIP section. That's where that is. One thing I wanted to ask you, Melissa, because when we talk about social media and we talk about posting and content and all these things, you talked about different types of posts. But I mean, if I'm starting out just now and I haven't posted anything and I don't know, like, how do I even begin? What is the first kind of steps I have to take, or that I should take?
The first kind of steps are, and there's a little bit more to it, but that's obviously why we can explain that more on the VIP. But the crux of it is have your page set up correctly. So it's got to be presentable is the first step. So you don't want to be starting to post and getting your content up, and then all of a sudden you've got look, on your private page, this is fine, but on your business page, I just don't put any religious, political, any views like that. I sometimes push the algorithm a little bit and I might ask a question, but I don't give my view because I want the engagement. So I might say something like, do you think social media is good for mental health or bad? Like I will push the limits with that. So, but generally, the first thing you need to do is have your account set up. How do you want to be seen? If you don't want your children on that account, take the photos off. That's the first thing. Yeah. Then next, work out when you can post. Be consistent. I always just say to people, if you're not sure, choose a Wednesday and a Sunday at 8 p.m. to start with. If you want to have a big boost, you can go every single day and say go live every single day for 30 days just to get people moving. But initially, just try twice a week. The platform's going to reward you. Then what I do is, as I said, I break it up. You mostly want to have educational and value posts, about 70%, lifestyle and results. Now, I know you've only got 2 posts a week, so I'm not saying you've got to go lifestyle, results. You might do 2 educational value posts, and then you might do a lifestyle and a results. 1 educational value, 1 lifestyle, 1 educational again, maybe results. And what I mean by educational, to break it down even further, what people can start to do, they're like, oh, do I have to teach them something? Teaching them could just literally be, this is what I do, document, don't create. I'm like, I need an educational post. I might get into my phone and I might go scroll through my images and I see something that conjures up a memory that I go, I remember that day. I was really nervous. Okay, I'm going to share that. And that's my educational post. And I did that recently when we had a Shane Warne. I don't know if anyway, he's a cricketer. He's a big cricketer. He died. And I remember sitting at Colombo Airport. I was a flight attendant. I remember hearing about Shane Warne over there, like obviously way before he died. And I remember looking at that photo going, it's a trending subject, but it's my spin on it. How I felt in that moment sitting there. No, it's got nothing to do with social media, but your audience, they want to see that vulnerability. So that's where I kind of would start. I would start thinking, what can I teach them? What can I bring value? And it doesn't have to be teaching. It could just be that you had a moment, like I saw one of your posts recently, Joel, about the rock, being under the rock. And it's like, what is on your mind? Document, don't create. If you're having a crappy day, how can that inspire your audience? If you're a fitness instructor, hey guys, I'm having a crappy day. I feel like eating a block of Cadbury's, which, let's be honest, I do that anyway. A block of chocolate. But it's share that. And that's what I mean. If you would share that in real life, hey, Joel, I'm having a really shit day. Oh, what happened? Oh, this, that, and the other. Share it online. It's not whinging. So that's where I would start, but have the foundations. You can't build a house with no foundations.
Yeah.
Got to have a good page there, and how you want to be seen. How you want to be seen.
Yeah. Shall we give everyone an opportunity here as well, Melissa? Because one of the things you taught me that I think is a wonderful thing, as you say, when we talk about document what you do,
Yes.
everyone, if you want to have one post going up today, get your phone out, like literally right now. You have 2 photo models, like real sharp models on screen right
I'm
now.
going to do that
Take a
too.
picture of yourself. I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to take a picture here now of
Everyone take
myself doing this presentation. Do this along with us now as a weird kind of thing. And all of a sudden, here we go. I have my post for social media for the day, and I can do this, and you can do this.
Why
It's
did I
super
not
easy
think
to
of
actually
that?
create these posts. And obviously, when you have this great material to work with, when me and Melissa is on screen, that kind of helps. I tend to photo other stuff because, I mean, that's what it is.
That's 100%. And you know what? That is a classic example of document, do not create. Joel, why did I not think of that? Because now I've got my content from today too.
Yeah.
Chuck that in a story, chuck it on your post, tag us, and we'll interact with that. Because don't forget, guys, not only is that documenting your day, you go and tag other people. We're going to comment on your post. And guess what? Your page, the algorithm says, they don't care what's being said. They just like, people are commenting. This is pretty good. We're going to show this to more people. We're going to show your account to more people. And on that too, if you get trolls, guys, trolls are brilliant. As long as they're commenting, who cares? Let them comment. You'll go viral. It's amazing. So yeah, that's a really good, make sure you do that, guys. That can be the homework of today. Make sure your post is up, grab your phone out, take a screenshot and make sure you do that, because Joel, Jason, and I can go and comment on your post. It's going to help your page, and it's also going to give you some social proof too. Particularly if you're a coach that's helping people in business. Hey, I invest in myself, the time. I sat down and I went on this program. Oh, Dawn's on. She's saying we love trolls. Yes, we do.
I actually realized that you were not with us, Jason. Super sorry. You weren't with us. I was looking at the screen. I saw you were there, and I looked on the screen and I said, "No, Jason's not on. Why didn't I just?" So,
Jason was at the pool.
happen.
Jason was on a pool party, and guys, Dawn's saying I make her say it. So there's and guys, you got to leverage your audience. I do put controversial stuff up. I just don't give my opinion, but I love Dawn because I tag her. She goes crazy on there, and she goes, "You just wanted me to say that." I go, "Yeah," because it makes my page go crazy. We have 3 sharp models. That's right, Dawn. And it's true, guys. That's all you need. Engagement is going to trump over followers anytime, and this is what I want you to focus on. How was the swim, Jason?
Liberating. I found myself.
And for those who watch, you don't need to have everything figured out. I swore I had that presentation up on the same screen. Joel got on call with me early to fix it up, and I didn't have it. Joel didn't add Jason back on. Things happen, guys. And when you're yourself, you got to do that. You've got to do that because people relate to that better. Dawn's saying we can use her for controversial opinions. Tag her. She'll get your page moving, guys. She'll get your page moving.
I want to add something to this when we talk about social media, and I've been working a lot with ads. I love paid traffic. I love ads because it's a super, super easy and effective way to get in front of a lot of people. And everyone says ads are super expensive and it's going to be hard. It is not. It's not. Absolutely not. It is not. It's super easy and it's super cheap. But you can easily burn through, as I did when I didn't know any better, burn through tens of thousands of Swedish crowns and incredibly amount of money. It can be super expensive. But when you know how to run ads, it is super effective. So one thing that I just want to suggest you do from the very start, set up a business page. If you're using Facebook, most of the things we're talking about now is Facebook and Instagram. But set it up as a business page, because if you have a business page and you post on your business page, everyone who sees or interacts with that post is added to something we call an invisible list. We talk about email lists, and we're going to talk more about that tomorrow, but we talk about having people's email address. We don't need to have the email address. Facebook is super, super good at tracking stuff. They track literally everything. I mean, they know
They
everything
talk a lot.
about us
They,
to a great extent.
exactly.
So
They
if
know
you
too
have a
much.
business page and you post on that business page, anyone who likes that or anyone who comments, anyone who interacts with that page, they are now on your invisible list, and you can do
Yep.
stuff with that list. And I'm going to talk a bit more about this tomorrow, not diving into
Yes.
the ads of this, but I'd strongly suggest setting up a business
Yes.
page, posting on that page, and then you can share posts from your business page into groups, and you can share
Yes.
it into your personal feed. You can share it
Yes.
everywhere, but you
Right.
build up that list. And the
That's a
most
really good
important
point.
thing is to get in front of people. Yeah.
You need to get in front of people. And what Joel said I wanted to add to, and he read my mind, I don't want you guys thinking I need to, but they're going to see the same post on here. And in the beginning, 7 years ago, when I was in network marketing originally, I'm not anymore, but I was. And I remember going, oh, I need a different one for this. And no, guys, one piece of content, because who cares? It's a touch point, as Joel said. So don't freak out about your page or your group. One piece of content. And what Joel's saying is correct, because you want to leverage it. And everyone goes, oh, Facebook pages are dead or whatever. Have one there, though. What if tomorrow, which at the moment, Facebook Reels are hot. I'm getting that. I've had another, 500, oh, sorry, not 500, a couple of hundred followers in the last month just from Facebook Reels on my page, my business page. So have the page there. You can't leverage what you don't have. They're trying to get you away from your profile now. I'm still using my profile, but I'm also using the business page. And I'm trying to use my profile, my business page, because I want to leverage it. And it's working. If the platform's rewarding me with a reel, sweet. But that reel can be my Instagram post. It can be my email campaign. It can be, as Joel said, it goes into my group. One piece of content. Please have your page. I know Facebook has a lot to answer for, but ultimately that and YouTube is the biggest seen platform I know here in Australia. I can't answer for Sweden or America, but it is. It still is.
Yeah.
It still is. And that's reality.
And I mean, one more thing that I want to add here. I think you've been a bit too modest and a bit humble here today, Melissa, because you told me something the other day and you showed me a screenshot of some really interesting statistics from another app where you had a couple of maybe 10, 15 views or something like that. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah. Thank you. I was like, what's he talking on my page? Was it Pinterest? What was it? Okay, I'll tell them about that because it's even gone up even more. Okay. And by the way, someone's put a comment in there. What's the Coachbox at handle? If you can put the link.
At coachbox.io.
Yep. Maybe do you want to put it in the comments as well? So
I tried to put it in the comments, but it tagged Coachbox. That's all it did. But it's and then I'll write Coachbox.
Yeah, sure. So just the power of something. So I've been working my TikTok account, and you know what? If you think TikTok's just for dancing, it's not, guys. The reason why you're seeing dancing is because you haven't shown I'm just looking at it now, and now it's up to 182,000.
182,000 views on your stuff.
Yeah.
Everything you did, or on one post?
No, just on the one post, but everything else has gone up. I've probably gained 1,000 followers. So from that one post, yeah.
On one post, you got that many followers.
Yep. So I leveraged one post.
So guys, do you think if you got one post with 180,000 people seeing it, do you think that would make any difference whatsoever for your business? I mean, let's just do some math on that. Let's say 1% of everyone who saw that are interested in what you do. Would that be some kind of traction for your business?
100%.
Probably.
And I'm going to tell a client, she won't mind me showing this. I gave the same advice. My account has grown steadily and I've got targeted audience, but it never really took off, but that was fine because I was getting the right audience. This is my client. She won't mind me showing you. She's in Perth and she runs a Safer Kids program. So it's amazing. She teaches parents, teachers, and kids in remote communities in Australia and just general communities that aren't remote on how to be safe from sexual abuse and that sort of thing. Now, she said, is TikTok for me? I said, oh, yeah, we'll make it for you. Of course it is, right? Yep. I told her what to do, and I'm so proud of this, and I'm so bloody proud of her. I said, you just got to be you, Holly. What would you do in real life? She said, I'd sing. I'd sing to the kids. I said, okay, you get up and do it. You want to see her post? Where is it? Hang on. Can you read out how many views on that one?
442.7 thousand. So
And you know what?
442,000 views.
You know what? There's no secret strategy. All I said to her is, Holly, I know you. You're not being you online. She said, how do I do that? I said to her, what do you do in real life? She said, I'll go in, and she's actually singing there. You can see her arms going up a little bit. She's singing head, shoulders, knees and toes, but she's singing the song that she sings to teach the kids. I said, that's what I want you to do. She said, oh my God. I said, do it. She did it. But going back a step as well, when I talked about the foundations of your business, there's no point me having or her having 400 or 182,000 on a view. I've got to have a call to action.
Yeah.
So my call to action, like on TikTok, it's my digital downloads. So that's all I'm concerned about, and maybe consulting. I'm not looking to attract businesses on there. And that's what I was saying. There's no point. That's what you're saying, Joel, about having the page. Have it set up so that you can leverage it when you want to. And when it does take off, you got to monetize it. There's no point going, okay, I've got all these followers and 182 views. Where am I directing them to? What are they buying? So, and that's the power of it, guys. I can't emphasize enough the power of who you are. People buy people online, and that's it. I've got some hands up there. Joel, I forgot about that. I do all right on Pinterest too. So,
and I mean, if you think it's hard, or if you think social media isn't for you, and how should this work? I mean, I just want to point out, if you look at my social media presence, we didn't spend a minute on it. We did not build our business on social media. We have, I think we have like 90 people following us on social media, and so
no engagement.
It does not matter. It does not matter whatsoever. You can start from literally nothing. And build things up, and you can add social media later on, or you can be smart. I should have been smart. I wasn't. You could be smart, and you can start leveraging the social media. It's free. If you have some time, you can put things up, and you can leverage it over time.
And that's a really good point, because Joel has we've built our businesses completely different. It's not that one's right. It's not that one's wrong. We've done it completely different. Now, Joel's helping you with the bit that he's done. I'm helping him with the bit he hasn't done. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, that I haven't done and he hasn't done. And I want to make this very, very clear as well. You also want to do both sides. You want an email list and you want social media. Why? Zuckerberg goes and sells it to someone in Australia and America and Sweden, ban it, or wherever you're watching from.
Yep.
You don't. Yes. Okay. We can retarget them through ads, but what if the page gets pulled? I had a client whose page gone. 30,000 followers.
Yeah.
He posted some replica furniture. They pulled it. Couldn't get it back. But he had an email list. He had an email list. Back yourself up.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah. And I mean, there's so many examples of this. I had a client coming to us, lost his entire business, 42,000 people on his socials, lost everything. But we actually have a question here, Melissa. So,
yes, I just saw that.
So let's put that on the screen here.
Yep.
You want to take care of that?
Friend request. Thank you, whoever sent me a friend request. Yes, question. In the beginning of warming your audience, can you have a call to action? So if you don't know what a CTA is, it's a call to action to a free product, or should it be something else? Of course you can when you're warming your audience up. It's got to be no strings attached, as in, you're not trying to sell them anything. So yes, Dawn's saying you can't build your house on borrowed land. And I think I mentioned that before about the foundations. That's exactly who I got it from Dawn. She told me that. So with warming up your audience, yes, a call to action. Now, we call them a call to action could be connect with me for a free 15-minute socials audit. It could be connect with me for whatever, like for Jason could do a mindset audit, and Joel could do, whatever it is, your product. It could be a lead magnet, which is a digital download. How do you do that? You just do it in Canva for free. You don't need a pro account or anything. Yeah. The 5 top tips.
Oh, sorry. What I was going to say, exactly this is what we're going to talk about for almost the entire session tomorrow. How to create this, how to set this up, how to make this work without hassle, how to do all of these things. That's what I'm going to dedicate most of the session tomorrow about. Because
Sorry?
They
don't want to spend hours doing this, do they, Joel? You've got such an easy, simple way to do it. Like,
there are smart ways to do it. And one of my mentors, one of the teachers I've been studying under for several years, he has a saying that the best way of showing someone you can help them is by actually helping them.
Yeah.
And that is Frank Kern, who is a fantastic marketer. If you don't know who
Yeah.
Frank Kern is, look him up. He's awesome. I've been working
Yeah.
with him for
Yeah.
several years. Fantastic human being and a fantastic marketer. And
Yeah.
I think it goes to show that if we just help people, you are going to
Yes.
see a whole difference for your business as well.
100%.
Is what it is.
100%. Yeah, 100%. And as Joel said, he'll go into that. Someone saying they love using Canva, which is awesome. Joel will show you, well, what do I now do with this lead magnet? What do I do? So a call to action, just remember, you've got to spoon feed your audience. You have to tell them, even an email campaign, which I know Joel will go through, you have to spoon feed your audience. You have to tell them what to do. So yeah, it could be anything like that. It could be something as simple as drop a comment below and I'll give you a free 1-minute direct message voice clip to your inbox, something like that.
Yeah.
So that is awesome. And thank you, Joel. And this is great. We tag team. And then of course, you know, with what Jason has spoken about the last couple of days, you got to get to this point with your mindset right, guys, because you can have 80% mindset, 20% strategy. Anyone can give you a strategy, but you've got to be able to implement it. Yeah. So go back and, if you can watch Jason's stuff as well, because you got to implement it. But please jump on tomorrow, because everything that I've said now is going to make sense to you. Okay, where do these people go?
Yeah.
What am I doing with them? Awesome.
All right.
The one thing I wanted to add is when you one thing that I've noticed is when you are engaging with your audience and you want to offer them something just to be able to create trust, make sure that you are experimenting with things with what feels right and what is going to offer the most benefit for your prospects, for your audience. Yeah. So you might be looking at a couple of different things. You might be offering a free download. You might be offering a 15-minute strategy call. You might just be offering a link to a video without the need to enter a name and email address. Whatever works. Make sure that you are looking at what you are doing and what the indicators are of how it's performing. Because when you do that, that's what allows you to continue to evaluate and reevaluate. And this is what I think this is one of the most important steps, because when you have a sobering look at what you are doing and you have the ability to understand what's working, what's not, and then without any kind of attachment to what you've done, just say, this is what needs to change. This is how I need to make things work now. This is what's going to be effective for my audience. Because it's all about the audience. It isn't about you. All that you're doing is you're providing a service, but the service is going to be something that benefits others. And that is what is most important.
And the attachment, you made a really good point, because attachment can work either way. You can get so attached to something and it's not working, you can't budge from it. But you could be so attached to something that is working, go with it, you know, like it's the attachment. That's a really, really good word to use, I believe. Yeah. Good stuff. Well done. Awesome. Thank you.
I just want to mention briefly before we end this call about tomorrow and what we're going to do, so people know what to expect. So let me go ahead and do this. There we are. And I'm going to take this up on a bit of a bigger screen. Here we have, this is my favorite. Do you guys remember this one? If you haven't seen this before, this is a Polynesian stick map or a stick chart. What you have right now in front of you is one of the most advanced maps in the world. This is what the Polynesian seafarers used to travel all over the Pacific Ocean, like literally. And I mean, you can obviously see what it is. It's Australia down there, and it's islands. I mean, it's the islands in the Pacific are obviously big, and you can see them from all over the place. It's not like it's a big ocean. It's crazy how they use these, and they are super advanced, but we don't know how to use them. So where we are right now, we have gotten now from Jason and Melissa, we got the sticks, we got the twigs, we got the thread now to start to put this together. We have the stones, and starting tomorrow, we're going to put this stick chart or the stick map, whatever you want to call it. We're going to start putting that together and actually turning it into something that we can navigate from. Because everything we've done up to this point is leading forward towards something else, something bigger, something that you can put in front of others. And if you're going to put it in front of others, there needs to be some type of tech involved. And if you're anything like me, tech used to like freak me out.
Same.
There were
Yeah.
things, and there were computers, and there were phones, and there were like everything.
Let's be-
Can we
we
just
didn't
have
grow
a
up with it.
fax machine and that could work?
Yeah.
And it
We
didn't.
didn't grow
So
up with it. So it's a new world, you know.
So
Yeah.
starting tomorrow, I'm going to be talking to you about how to put all of these things together and actually turn it into something. I'm going to get rid of the stick chart here so we can actually go back to us again. Talk about how to put all of this together into something that you can put in front of people using the techniques and the wonderful tools you got from Jason day 1 and day 2, and using the skills and the tools Melissa taught you today to get it in front of people. So that's what we're going to start on tomorrow. And we're going to continue this journey on day 5 and on day 6. And by the end of this, you're going to have a stick map, and you can put it on your bookshelf behind you, and you can say that's a stick map. No, you won't. Just kidding. You're going to have something that actually works for your business to put online. That's what we're doing with all of this.
I love it. I love it. I'm excited about tomorrow because I can, and I'm sure Jason's the same, like we continue to learn as well, guys. So I know, you know, we're going to learn. I learn from Jason. I learn from you guys that are watching. Be open to learning, and the best will come. So
yeah, definitely.
Exciting.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for a great call today. Let us know in the comments. I asked a question, and please let me know, how do you market your business today? How do you put it together? What ways do you do this? And what is working? Let us know, and let everyone else know so you can help those people out. What isn't working? Let us know that as well so we can help each other and fix that. And tomorrow, we're going to start working on the twigs and putting all of that together with the stones and the thread and everything and turn it into that wonderful map. Thank you very much, guys.
And thank you for all your comments, guys. We're grateful for you as well. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Thank you. And we'll see those who are in the VIP. We'll see you afterwards.
Yeah. All right, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.